Quack, quack. What's up, Doc? Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Let's do a little Donald action. We've got, I don't know, 21 Donalds or so here, all completely different, which is, of course, one of the first questions people ask when they come into my room. Why are all these the same? And, of course, they're not. Let's do our very first Donald Duck is the guy with the die-cut stem. All right, same kind of head as the others. I'm not going to get into, maybe I will a little bit, whatever. This is the die-cut stem. And as far as I know, it's always got this cool yellow insert. It's a 2.6 Austria, no IMC. Then we get the first patent, actually, is the DBP. There's probably a couple variations of this. This is a DBP7. That's out of Hong Kong. So this DBP is actually going to be produced a little bit later in life. You can see, I'm not going to do a lot on the feathers, but you can see some differences in the feathers and, even the plastics. The font for the, where are you? There it is. Can you see it? The font for the Walt Disney Productions. Let's see if we can get the light to shine. Different fonts, different hair, kind of a softer feather, if you will, on the right. And even the jawline right here, clearly above the dot, whereas here goes right through it, the hinge hole, and it's a lot softer. So there's different head molds, and we're not going to do a lot on those. But there's your DBP and your die cut. Now let's do the 2.6s. There are a few of these out there. There's 2.6 Austria on the left. We've got a 2.6 Yugo with the double half flowers at the bottom. That's going to be on a V IMC. Yeah, you can see the V. Again, you can see differences in the feathers. There's only 2 on the right. There's 3 on the left. Difference in the hat colors. All kinds of cool stuff here in Donald Land. That's 2.6s. Now, let's do these guys. These are going to be 3/4s, and obviously you got differences in the hat. I really like that light blue one on the far left. That's a 3.4 No Country. That's a 5 IMC. This guy is a 3.4 Spain. You see that? Yeah, you can. There it is, the 3.4 Spain with a giant 9 IMC. And this one is going to be your standard 3.4 Austria, but it's with a dual IMC. That has a 4 and an 8 IMC. Again, there's differences in the feathers, the jaw lines, the fonts, all kinds of stuff. What else that's it for the 3.4s. Now we're into the Mexicos. There are at least two different Mexicos. Here's the one, HO in Mexico with the accent before the X, so really on the E, no patent number, whereas this one says HO in Mexico and it's got the patent number 141242. No accent on the E in Mexico. What else? You can see the feathers here are extremely light with the Mexican ones. Really not a lot of feather going on at all. 3.9, or rather 3.8 gives us the USA. We start to see some color variations in the stems. I'm sure there are more. These are both, as you can see, 3.8 the USA. And we'll flip it over and, oh no, up here we've got the 9 IMC. You see that on the orange as well, though it's a little bit harder to find. There it is. Again, we've got kind of soft feathering, not a lot, and really even differences between these two on how the feathers work. Now we're at the 3.9s, or no, are we? I guess we don't have a 4.9. These are both 3.9 Hong Kong. One's no foot, you have a foot. The 3.9 Hong Kong, again, you see differences in the feathers, the jaw lines. This one's extremely different, so query whether this is even the right head. Hong Kong goes a little crazy here, but you still got the bow tie, the eyeballs, you got the dual holes, and so now maybe we're moving into Uncle Scrooge land, but that's Hong Kong for you. a lot of differences that we don't see on the others. And you know what? I take that back. Take a look at this with the USA. Look at the difference in the heads in the jawline on the right and the 4 holes. That's almost the same head as the Hong Kong one. Now, that's all for A. Real quickly, you got B's. And you've got this in a 4.9 Czech Republic. You got it in a 4.9 China. And you got it in a Hungary, a 3.9 Hungary. Not a lot of differences here. Some differences in the hat colors, maybe the eye paint. I'm sure we could come up with some other differences if we really looked. Like, I mean, you can see right here, this one's got a little thumb tab, whereas this one does not. That's the B's. You want C's, we can do it. C looks like this, nice and simple. It's got the blue line at the bottom of the open beak, and that one's going to get you a 4.9 Hungary. E goes a little this way. You've got the black band at the top of the hat. That's the only one like that, and that's 5.9 and a 7.5 on China. And one of them's got these prints on it. It came in a Valentine's set together with a daisy with similar printing. Lastly, we've got the cutie. This should, if I'm not mistaken, that comes off and you can play a little game if you like, or not. We can just put it back together. We've got, this isn't even really technically a Donald. This is part of the Extreme series. There's 6 different looking Disney dispensers. These came out, I don't know, close to 20 years ago. 5.9 Slovenia. And then lastly, I've got 3 boxes to show you. This one's still got something in it. This is a Donald Duck box. It would come in the vending machine. And this would, doesn't have any country or anything on it, but everything's in English. But it's labeled bar, which I think is blue. I think that's blue. Then we've got this guy, which was labeled Winnetou. That's the Indian chief. This one, unfortunately, is empty. And then lastly, different box. This one's orange. Again, in English, a little bit different printing. Actually has the ingredients on there in English and in French. So this is going to be a US or Canada thing. And I suppose this would have had Donald Duck inside. There's nothing to indicate otherwise. Oh, and I forgot the pièce de résistance. This is the soft head Donald Duck. This is going to always be on a USA stem. But, you know, where do these come from? A big bag of Hong Kong made dispenser heads sitting in the president's desk drawer. There's 6 soft heads, Donald Duck being one of them. There's a couple variations of one of the others if you don't even look at the stems. So maybe there's 7, but that's it. There may be more Donalds to come, but this is a hefty collection already.